I was about to play a kinky game with my husband. Then, out of nowhere, he suffered a heart attack and collapsed right on top of me.
Danny!
I pushed against him with my feet as hard as I could, but I couldn't keep my balance. Before long, he slipped off and crashed onto the floor. I leaned forward to look, but all I could see was one of his arms. That's when panic completely took over. Because this was my husband's secluded country house, there were no neighbors around. I desperately struggled to get the handcuffs off, but the bedpost had the cuffs stuck. The more I fought, the more hopeless I felt. Part of me even thought this had to be some sick prank. I kept begging him to get up, but when I saw blood slowly spreading across the floor, I finally broke down. As evening approached, I was already completely exhausted. Then I heard something at the door. Hope instantly rushed through me. I started screaming for help, but the thing that walked in wasn't a person. It was a stray dog. My heart sank. Then I saw something worse. The dog was slowly approaching my husband's body. I knew something was wrong. No matter how much I yelled or tried to scare it away, it refused to leave. Then it started tearing into my husband's arm. In a panic, I grabbed a book and threw it at the dog, but even that didn't scare it off. I completely lost control and burst into tears. Then, all of a sudden, my husband stood up.
Oh my God, thank God. I thought you...
My goddamn arm!
I froze, but before I could celebrate, I realized my husband's body was still lying there. Seeing two identical husbands, my mind went blank.
Well, I'm pretty sure you just lost your mind.
The husband standing in front of me kept telling me to stay calm. I realized the only person who could save me now was myself. With his encouragement, I slowly regained my composure. Ignoring the pain, I tried to free myself from the cuffs. Finally, I freed one hand. The other side was easier. I snapped the bedpost, removed the handcuffs, and finally got free. I started walking toward the door, but then I glanced back over my shoulder and froze in horror. I was still handcuffed to the bed.
Oh, babe, you're really listening now.
That's when I realized it was all in my head. Once I came to my senses, I decided to save myself. I struggled to grab the glass of water above me and dumped out the water. Then I smashed the glass. Then I wedged a shard of glass into the bed frame. Fighting through the agony, I used the broken glass to slice open my wrist. Using my blood as a lubricant, I finally freed my hand. I forced myself upright, grabbed the key, and finally unlocked the cuffs. I immediately grabbed my phone to call the police, but it was already dead. After bandaging my wound, I grabbed the keys and ran out. I got in the car and tried to get away, but I was so terrified that I crashed into a tree. The noise from the crash woke the nearby residents. They found me just in time, pulled me from the wreckage, and rushed me to the hospital. In the end, I made it out alive.